Alright, I'm in the carport and back with the Miata again to do another simple, only one tool required job, that being the Phillips head screwdriver, and the job being the blower motor. I'm also going to change the blower motor resistor. These are both used parts, but I'm sure they'll work fine. Mine is currently every now and then squealing as it's turned on, and instead of waiting until it stops working completely, I'm going to preemptively change that out. And the resistor may or may not be bad, but I'm going to change it anyway. Best case scenario, it makes my heat and air work better. Worst case scenario, this doesn't work at all, and I use my old one. More than likely, it's going to work the same, but we'll see. So let's get started on that. So I'm going to get to it. So it's fairly simple. The blower motor is underneath where the glove box is, and you don't have to take the glove box out to get to this, but it does make it a little bit easier. And there are two screws on the bottom of the glove box that you'll take out. That'll come out. And then on your blower motor, you have 3 screws that hold it in. It also has a plug in it, and there's another plug above it and over on the blower motor resistor that would have to come out. And so you'll want to disconnect those plugs there, take those 2 screws out of the blower motor resistor, and unplug these in order to take all of this out. Now if you're not going to change the blower motor resistor, that's fine. You don't have to bother with that, but it will still make it easier to get everything out of the way in order to take this out. Now I'm going to take the blower motor resistor out first. Then there's the plug that goes into the blower motor, and you'll just squeeze that and pull that out. Go ahead and undo it from there. Push these guys up. And the same thing with these clips. And that's the resistor out of there. Okay, I'm also going to take off this bar just to get it out of the way. It does kind of block one of the screws on the blower motor, but that is just 2 screws, one on this side, one on this side, and then it'll just drop down. And it just is on these 2 little brackets here, and so it'll just come off of those and just come down out of the way. The next thing, I did make a mistake. I said that it's all Phillips head screws, but in actuality, the screws that go into the blower motor are not Phillips head screws. They are a Torx head screw, and the number is a T25. It's a T25 Torx. It also has a slot, so you could use a flathead, but I hate flathead screws. I think they should not even exist. So I'm going to use the Torx head to get it out of there. So I'll take these 3 screws out, and I'm just going to loosen them all. And it should just pop down, and there it is. All right, the next step is optional. I'm going to vacuum out as much as I can in here to get any kind of debris out of there, which will just help from making any kind of weird noises. the vacuuming is a good idea, as it can be pretty dirty in there. Any kind of trash or these little pine needles or any of that stuff can fling around in there and make a lot of weird rattling noises while your air is on, so it's good to clean that out and try to prevent some noises. Also, be sure to change your vent controls to exterior air and interior air. Just if you're vacuuming it, change it, you know, from one to the other. Make sure you get both. Okay, so I'm going to put these new to me parts back in real quick, and then I will get back with you and we'll turn it on. Before putting the glove box and this bar and everything back in, I'm going to turn it on, make sure it works. If it does, put it all back together. Okay, I got it all back together. So we're going to go over to the controls, turn the ignition switch on, and we're going to turn this on and see how it does. That is going to do it for this one. So I'm going to put this back together and it's good to go. So thanks for watching.